Hey there, Tejano fans! Welcome to another episode of TMA TV. I'm your host, Leah Cruz, and I'm excited to bring you an amazing show. On this episode, we have next-gen Tejano artist and saxophonist for Fito Olivares, Joe Vic Reyna. Also, we're very excited to have a Tejano icon and living legend in the studio today. You know, TMA TV is all about new artists and music, but tonight we'll hear from an accomplished Tejano artist that has some advice for the new artists. I'm talking about none other than the most wanted man, Ram Herrera. So let's get right to it and turn things over to Alicio as he chats it up with Ram right here on TMA TV.
Hey everyone, it's Alicio Leal, TMA TV, and I'm so excited today. Today I'm with Grammy-nominated and Tejano Music Award winner Ram Herrera. Hey Ram, how you doing, brother? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hey Ram, all right, well let's start off really. I want to say, you're such a legend. I'm so happy that you're here. Now, our show is designed, new artists, but we do not want to not recognize artists like yourself that have been in the industry for so long because, number one, you deserve it, you earn it, but number two, we're hoping that your influence can help the younger generation.
I love nothing more than to help the younger. I hope a lot of bands, actually. I was helped going along in the business.
Yeah.
Roberto Pulido helped me, Jimmy and Joe, Laura Canales, all these other artists, Pio Treviño.
And Magic.
Name it. They were my influences, Renee, Jesse, and they all took me under their wing, Ruben Ramos, Little Joe, everybody.
Well,
and I grew up listening to their music.
That's what I was going to ask you. So who were your Tejano music influences?
Well, I didn't even know it was called Tejano then. I was a kid. I was in the first grade. My sister was in high school, I think, or junior high, and she had all these records, and I would go and sneak in her room and listen to them.
In first grade?
We lived in the Victoria Courts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we lived in the Victoria Courts, and I had to put them all back in the same spot. Or she'd get home and see something missing. She'd beat the hell out of me.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's where I first heard Tejano.
So you were a fan,
Joe, Ruben, and all them.
Even as a first grader?
Yeah, that's why.
That's amazing.
Sonny Ozuna. That's where I first heard Tu eres la reina de mi amor.
Yeah, and you recorded that later.
I recorded 20, 30, 40 years
ago. And you did a great job of that song too, man.
Thank you.
You started off as the lead vocalist for David Lee Garza in 1980?
Actually, I was the first one. I wasn't the first one. I was the second one.
Okay.
But they hadn't really done anything. The first singer they had that I know of was Chente Barrera's father. His name was Robert Barrera.
Okay.
Pato, El Pato, they call him Pato. And he was and they call him Pato because he had big feet. Look at Chente. I took his place one night because they were supposed to play in Mathis, Texas.
Okay.
This was in 1980, 79 going to 80.
Okay.
It was Super Bowl Sunday, and I didn't want to go because I wanted to watch the Cowboys. Cowboys were in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
We call it so I was like, I don't want to go. So I lied to him. I told him, well, I make $50 a night, which back then was phenomenal money. And he goes, we'll give you $50. So I got paid $50 ever since then.
Well, ever since then. You got to raise the rates.
But you know what? I didn't care about the money. When me and David Lee, we practiced up on the way up there, we clicked. We made music.
Yeah.
Like people, I remember Tony Gardner says, you got to keep the people dancing, I was like, I was used to playing weddings and debuts and stuff.
I remember hearing you on the first Tejano Music Awards. I think you won the Vocalist of the Year, then you won the Male Entertainer of the Year.
I think I won 7 in one year one time.
Yeah, and then in 1999, you got the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right.
So that's already a long time ago. You've done so much more since then.
Recently, I got inducted into Tejano Legends.
Okay.
In Houston.
Okay.
That was an honor. I sang with a bunch of old boys from just, these guys are all pros. Big Ash and all them. Rob from Aliso Band, all these cats.
Aliso's good.
Yeah, and we didn't rehearse or nothing. I went up there and they gave me my award, and I gave them a list of songs, and we knocked them out. It sounded great.
Man, yeah. Well,
I love working with cats like that.
Yeah, hey, when you work with professionals, it makes a difference, right? What advice would you give an up-and-coming artist today, in today's age?
You got to really want it. You and you have to make some sacrifices, and to make it, just for a short time. But once you make it, then you take care of those other deals. But take care of your family first of all, foremost. But you really gotta want it. You gotta dedicate yourself to it. And, I quit my job when I was 23. I was a foreman at a cabinet shop.
Okay.
Making good money. I was playing with David Lee.
Okay.
I gave him a 2 weeks notice because I recorded with. I got out of David Lee. I was starting my own band, Montana band.
Okay.
And I recorded Rosa Pona Rosa. When I heard that the final cut, we stayed up all night doing it, mixed it, and all of us as a group. And I heard it. I said, this song's gonna be a hit. I just had a feeling.
You were right.
So I went home and told my first wife, Isabella.
She said,
way before Beto Ramon. And she goes, I go, man, I got good news and bad news. I had to be at work at 7, and it was 5 in the morning. And I was on fire. And so, I got good news and bad news. He goes, well, what's the good news? He says, well, I think I got a hit song. He says, music business. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. What's the bad news? He says, well, I'm gonna go quit my job. I'm gonna give him 2 weeks notice. He goes, stop pendejo. But I did. I stuck with it.
And she opened her eyes like this. What?
And then she was like, no, go sing now. No, go. She told me, go sing, get out of here.
Well, that's crazy.
She's writing a check, so she's doing it.
Well, there you go. Hey, Ram, one of the cool things we do on the show now is I'm going to ask you just off the top of, well, I actually have notes today. I'm going to ask you a Tejano artist's name, and you just tell me anything that comes to mind if you have a fun experience to share with them.
Can I take pass?
Yeah, if it's bad, you can say it anyways, we'll edit it out. All right. Okay, I'm going to start off with, let's start with the ladies today. Laura Canales.
Oh, the Queen.
The Queen? Do you have anything to share about maybe a story with her?
Several stories. I remember she came up to me, hey, Kitty, you sound pretty good. And I was like,
oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, she was always very, very nice to me.
Yeah, she was great. Elida
Reyna, she's riding a wave right now. She's doing very well. She's still gorgeous as ever. I still want her to leave her husband and marry me.
Hey, is she thinking about it? You better watch out.
She's gorgeous. I love her voice. She got a very unique voice. I had the privilege of working with her when I was with Texas Records. And the song definitely wasn't a good song. It was one they picked, and it didn't. But we did our best at it, and we were, she was still very young, and I was just starting off with myself. So, but yeah, she's gorgeous, beautiful, great art, great show. I've seen her in Vegas several times. She's just a sweetheart. Yeah, beautiful lady.
Let's talk about Emilio Navarre.
What can you say about the King? Boy, that boy was ruthless.
Yeah,
we went to school together. We sang in church together.
Really?
We were in high school, junior high school and high school.
Same
together.
class?
Well, no, I was 2 years older than him.
Okay.
I started singing first in Terrell Wells. I was a soloist, and then he came in when I was in 8th grade, or 6th grade, and we were like the kings.
8th and 6th grade?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was already known as a singer, and then he came in. The only difference between me and Emilio was back then, Emilio walked around with his guitar and singing Kumbaya, and I had blue jeans. I was like Fonzie. I had the army jacket, smoking cigarettes. I was the bad boy. I had long hair.
I think you're still kind of a bad boy.
I was allowed to wear my long hair, but as long as I tucked it in.
The school let you do it?
Yeah, the school I went to, they would let me keep it because they loved the way I sang.
Yeah, wow, how about that? Hey, the perks. You got perks even
I was getting perks, I didn't even know I was getting them.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, now you also mentioned this guy, Roberto Pulido. Tell me a little bit about him.
If it wasn't for Pulido, like I remember I told you that when I started with David Lee, I only went because they were opening up for Roberto Pulido. It wasn't the money. But that's where I met Pulido, and Pulido came up to me and goes, hey, primo. Spits down. You're going to go a long way in this business, man. You got a good talent. Mark my words, you're going to do it. And I'll never forget that. And he always took me under his wing.
That's awesome, man.
And so I went fishing with him recently.
Oh, yeah?
I still keep in touch with him.
Is he still down in the valley?
He's in Edinburgh.
Awesome. Well, we're in the valley now, too, man. The shows are everywhere, bro.
Do you fish?
Yeah, I fish. We're going to play basketball soon. We have a dance contest coming, so maybe you can come dance.
No, that's too physical.
You can sit and watch it. Yeah.
I'm sitting in my chair with a beer and fish.
Yeah, man, yeah. All right, well, hey, Ram, I appreciate you being on the show, man. I kind of want to keep talking, but, we really have a half hour on the show. Before we go, is there anything you want to tell your fans, a special message, maybe a special fan that
you know what I want to say to all my fans out there, my friends and everybody. When I was sick, I know a lot of y'all prayed for me. I'm gonna start crying right now, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for praying for me. And I know y'all pray for us on the road and continue with the prayers. And y'all been wonderful, and I love you all.
Ram, well said, brother. It's an honor to have you here. Thank God the good Lord still has you here with us because there's a lot more music to come. And hey, man, we're a work in progress, right? So we just got to keep focusing on the right thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate it. This is Ram the Man Herrera.
Behind the scenes.
Brother, I appreciate you coming by. Tejano Music Awards Television. Back to the studios, Gabriel.
Big thanks to Ram for stopping by, and make sure you see Ram's full interview on our YouTube page. And go ahead and subscribe while you're there. Now let's check out a video by Ram Herrera right here on TMA TV.
This is Ram Herrera, and you're watching TMA TV.
nada se me hace igual. No sé lo que me está pasando, a veces siento que me voy a enloquecer. ¿Será que extraño tu cariño por demás? Y cada quien que veo de paso se me están apareciendo a ti. Que el equivoco sea por locura y por lo tanto que estoy pensando en ti. Tu cariño no lo puedo olvidar. ¿Dónde andarás, mi vida? Te busco y no te encuentro. Dime que estás perdida sin amor. Dime que algún día me regresarás. ¿Dónde andarás, mi vida? Te busco y no te encuentro. Dime que estás perdida sin mi amor. Dime que algún día me regresarás. O dime si estoy loco por queriéndote amar. Desde que tú me dejaste, nada se me hace igual. No sé lo que me está pasando, a veces siento que me voy a enloquecer. ¿Será que extraño tu cariño por demás? Y cada quien que veo de paso se me están apareciendo a ti. Que el equivoco sea por locura y por lo tanto que estoy pensando en ti. Tu cariño no lo puedo olvidar. ¿Dónde andarás, mi vida? Te busco y no te encuentro. Dime que estás perdida sin amor. Dime que algún día me regresarás. ¿Dónde andarás, mi vida? Te busco y no te encuentro. Dime que estás perdida sin mi amor. Dime que algún día me regresarás. O dime si estoy loco por queriéndote amar.
Great video and an amazing song. Make sure to add it to your Tejano playlist right now. And now it's time to find out who's number one on Ruri Trevino's Tejano Gold Countdown Top 10 Songs of the Week.
Coming in at number 10 this week, it's Magnifico 7 with Quédate. Number 9, Roel Martínez with Un Grito Medley. Number 8, La Fiebre, Juntito a Ti. Number 7, Texas Latino with Completamente Enamorados. Number 6, Ruby Ann with Porque Duele el Amor. Number 5, M2 with Ratatatata. Number 4, Laura Linda with Tú eres mi hombre y yo soy tu mujer. Number 3, Shelly Lares, Porque tú eres mi cariño. Number 2, Marcos Orozco with Cada Día Más.
Voy a quererte cada día más.
And the number one song of the week, Lucky Joe with Hasta la Miel Amarga.
Cuando se apaga el fuego, se nos congela el alma.
And now it's time to catch up with an artist that has been recording his own music as well as playing saxophone with one of the hottest cumbia bands out there, Fito Olivares. Let's turn things over to Alicio and see what's new with the pride of Pearsall, Texas, Mr. Joe Vic Reyna.
Hello everyone, I'm Alicio Leal with TMA TV, and today I'm with El Cumbachero, Joe Vic Reyna. Hey Joe Vic, how you doing, brother?
Man? How are you?
Hey, good morning to you, good afternoon. Thanks for coming in. It's the first time we met.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hey, appreciate it. Well, let's start off with letting the fans know who you are. You go by Cumbachero, so I'm guessing you like cumbia.
Well, that's what I'm known for. My name is Joe Vic Reyna. I've been in this industry for about 14 years. Singer-songwriter, professional saxophone player. And yeah, people know me for the cumbia, so.
Yeah. So I first found out from you, I guess a few years ago when your first CD came out. I actually had that in the car, soundtrack, but I love cumbia, so I listen to it all the time. So now, people that don't know a lot about music, there's different kinds of saxophones, alto, and then which one do you play?
I play all of them, but the one at my show is mainly the alto saxophone.
Okay, do you play any other instruments besides the saxophone?
A little bit of keyboard, a little bit of accordion,
really?
Guitar, I'll mess with.
All around kind of guy?
Yeah, but as far as my strengths, definitely the saxophone.
Okay, so how long have you been playing the saxophone? Because you're young, you said you've been playing 14 years, you're 20, so you started when you were 5?
That, No, in junior high, in my junior high, in junior high.
Okay.
I started learning the basics from my instructors.
And was the saxophone your first instrument?
Yes, it was. Actually, my mom wanted me to play that, and at first I didn't even know what the saxophone was, but I took that and ended up playing it, and I started to hear different songs with my instrument, and then I just started taking pieces and hey, this is my instrument, and so I started learning the songs, and that's how it came about.
Okay, so your saxophone prowess has actually gotten you a couple of opportunities. Now, tell me if this is right. I heard that for a while, you were actually the saxophone player for the Fito Olivares band.
Yeah.
But he's the saxophone player.
Yeah, that's a very long story, but when Fito retired, I did have that spot there, I guess you would say, for quite a while, and actually now currently I'm actually playing for his brother Jaime Olivares.
Okay.
So it's basically a tribute band to his brother Fito Olivares. So,
wow.
We're touring everywhere. We've been to Pennsylvania, Tennessee, California, Florida. So it's definitely been an experience.
What a great opportunity.
And still busy with the Cumbachero stuff too. So they got me pretty busy, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. If somebody is going to fill in on the saxophone for Fito, they have to be good. So you have to be one bad mofo on the saxophone.
I appreciate you saying that, but
I mean, because come on,
I'll let the fans decide, right?
Yeah. We'll let them decide. So, okay, well, you mentioned Cumbachero. That's who you are. That's your namesake. What are you doing right now? What are you playing? New albums, new concert dates?
Yeah, we actually released a new single called Cariño Santo. It did very well. It was my first Tejano type of song.
So is it a ranchera?
Yeah, it's a ranchera.
Okay.
And I had the honor to work with many familiar artists, John Ontiveros, who is the former trumpet player for Little Joe, who's now with La 45.
Yeah.
And Mike Aguilar, who's the grandson of Los Aguilares.
Shout out to Mike, AGL.
Yeah. So it was a honor to be a part of that, and right now we're just working on our new single, and hopefully it'll be out by the late June.
Fantastic. Well, where are you from? What's your hometown?
I'm originally from Pearsall, Texas, but I live in San Antonio now for about 8 years.
All right.
Yeah, 8 years, so it's been going good.
So since you were from the San Antonio area in Pearsall, then that means to me you probably grew up on Tejano music, right?
Yeah. Every Sunday was a thing where we would wake up and
clean the house.
Yeah, cleaning the house, cooking breakfast, the radio full blast, so every typical Hispanic family, right? So
well, who were your influences from the Tejano genre? Obviously Fito had to be one of them.
Yeah, Fito, of course. I would say Little Joe, Los Aguilares, Ruben Ramos. There's so many,
So it sounds to me, you mentioned Ruben, Little Joe, those are brass sounding bands. So is that what you more adhere to?
I guess the saxophone is considered a brass instrument.
Sure.
So I guess I was more leaning to
horns.
Yeah, to horns and things of that sort. But don't get me wrong, I listen to everything. But when it comes down to actually these are my idols, I would say that would be them.
Okay, well, I tell you what, we have a new thing we do here. It's called word association. Okay, so I'm going to give you a name of a Tejano artist.
Okay.
And you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. And if you say something bad about them, we won't put it on you. All right?
Alrighty.
Okay, all right, first one. Little Joe.
Wait, is there just one word or like I can just
elaborate?
Okay, so I had a show with Little Joe. He took me on his bus and we had a great time. Let's just say that.
Okay, all right. Was Willie Nelson on that bus too?
Oh no.
Okay, I just want to know.
I wish.
All right, I just wondered. All right, let's go to the next one. How about Ram Herrera?
Ram Herrera. Let's just say really awesome after parties with that guy. So.
Oh, hey man, I gotta hang out with you, bro. He's going to all the good places and with all the good people too. Gary Hobbs.
Gary Hobbs, one time I was performing and he said some really nice words to my parents about me. So.
Wow, fantastic. You know, isn't it nice when you get compliments and your parents are able to hear that?
Exactly, you know, I wasn't expecting it, just the fact that he knew who I was, you know, like was something just like, wow, like, and then for him to like actually go up to my parents and say those nice words is just awesome. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the ladies now. Shelly Lattice.
Shelly Lattice, I guess with Shelly, it's just when I think of Shelly, I just think of all the people that she's helped. You know, when it comes down to me and her, I would just say she's opened up a lot of opportunities for us. So
yeah, she sure has.
Thank you, Shelly.
And she's still continuing to do that. You know,
Exactly.
She's retired, but her emphasis right now is going to be on helping the next generation. So we're going to hold you to that, Shelly. We know your number. Okay, Stephanie Montiel.
Awesome. I love Stephanie. Stephanie, we've had great times, you know. Ever since I started, I met her at the Tejano Music Awards. Not sure what year, and she just opened her arms with love and accepted me. So
she's so nice.
Yes.
She's so nice.
We love you, Steph, and hope you watch this.
All right. So now, those are your takes on those artists. Let's say in 10 years from now, I'm sitting here, or if I'm still around, and
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully so. And I'm asking other artists about their opinion of you. What would you like to leave as your brand and your namesake from other artists?
I guess I would say somebody who was helping other artists start out. You know, I wish I knew a lot of the things that I know now that I didn't know back then. You know, and
like what, as an example?
just as far as like business aspects, you know, as far as the industry, a lot of artists think that you're gonna have talent and it's just you're gonna be up there, and that's not the case for most artists, you know. And I would just like to have that guidance for all the starting artists to be like, hey, I did that, didn't work out for me, you know what I'm saying? Try this, you know what I'm saying? But just to be a little, I guess, influential.
Fantastic.
Towards them, yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, you know, it's all about helping the cultura and you know, la gente de música tejana. So great. Social media. How do folks find out more about you and contact you?
Well, you can look me up on Joe Vic Reyna, and yeah, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm still learning how to use TikTok, but
me too.
It's a new generation thing, so you can find me on there.
I don't want to delete stuff off TikTok. There's a couple videos I want to get off of there.
I hope you don't upload anything you don't want to.
Well, yeah, there was this one time in Paris.
But other than that, just send us a message for booking.
All right. Okay. Any other thing you want to throw out there about yourself, your career, family, anything?
Yeah. Shout out to my parents and everybody from Pearsall for always supporting, and to all my fans, thank y'all for supporting. And you're the reason I do this, and I'm gonna continue to do this for y'all. So thank y'all so much.
One question about Pearsall. Isn't that where they had the potato festival?
That is, yes, sir.
So is that like, what do you guys do? Eat a lot of mashed potatoes, french fries? What is that festival? Like, what is the pop-up festival?
Honestly, like, I don't even remember any potatoes being served at the potato fest. I think it's just an excuse to have a party.
Oh, well, hey, well, it is South Texas.
Right. Why not?
It's the 3rd of June. All right, well, hey, this has been Alicia Leao with TMA TV. This is Joe Vic Reyna at the Cumbachero. Thank you, brother, for coming. Nice
Thank
meeting
you, man. It's an honor.
Back to the studios.
Great interview, y'all. Now let's check out the latest music video by Joe Vic Reyna y Los Cumbacheros.
Hola, mi gente. This is Joe Vic Reyna, and you are watching TMA TV.
esta noche me da mucha tristeza y aquí pensando no sé lo que es verdad. Muy ansioso con esta cuarentena, pidiéndole a Dios que nos saque de este mal. La cuarentena, la cuarentena, la cuarentena no me deja salir. La cuarentena, la cuarentena, la cuarentena no me deja vivir.
Y así es la cumbia.
Y esta noche me da mucha tristeza y aquí pensando no sé lo que es verdad. Muy ansioso con esta cuarentena, pidiéndole a Dios que nos saque de este mal.
Tócale, tócale, tócale.
La cuarentena, la cuarentena, la cuarentena no me deja salir. La cuarentena, la cuarentena, la cuarentena no me deja vivir. Bacheros.
What a great video, and so danceable. Well, it looks like we've run out of time for this week's episode of TMA TV. If you'd like to reach out to appear on the show, or let us know who you would like to see on the show, or if your company is interested in sponsor partnerships, hit us up online at www.TejanoMusicAwardsTV.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host, Leah Cruz, and we thank you very, very much for checking out this week's episode of TMA TV. Good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
Hello everyone, this is Elisa Leal from TMA TV. Thank you for watching. Before we finish the show, we know there's a lot of people that like to help. And if you'd like to chip in and help this show because you love it and we love you, see the information below. Go ahead and send us an email. We're looking for help in production, editing, camera work. Hey, if you've got some experience in media planning or television production, if you have a passion for Tejano music, if you know music, if you know audio, we want to talk to you. We're looking for volunteers. We want to keep this thing moving and we want your help and we know you want to help us. So please send us an email.